Yes.
We are?
We're doing it right.
We're rolling?
Rolling.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hate Watch Headquarters. My name is Matt Tierney, and I'm here with...
Brooke Falls.
And Gladys Aretha.
How you doing, girl? Meow.
She's like, guys, stop. Like, I'm shy. Like, please. I just don't...
She was like,
I don't think I can handle conversation at this time.
She doesn't speak for free.
We do. Please sponsor us.
Yes. Yes. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Oh, yeah. Here is the second half of our pina colada from an episode you must have seen 3 months ago or 2 days ago. Who knows?
Or, yeah, I mean, we honestly have no idea when these are going out. We just record them, and we hope that you love our presents.
Yeah.
No matter what time it's given to you.
What time zone?
You know, what order.
What order?
Yeah, right. As long as you can speak English and listen fast.
Sure. We're probably not for the 1.5 girlies.
No, maybe me.
Yeah. But your mom was like, I'll listen at 0.75 speed. And you're like, Mom, that might even be a little too quick.
It might be. And you know, it's so great because it's almost like we're talking in a different language, at least
Faggotry?
for my family.
Yeah.
That especially when we're 7 minutes in, by that time they're so checked out.
The tea that they clocked that tea out. Yeah. Yeah. Stop fiddling with my Narcan.
Stop. Why'd you have it here for me?
It's because it's centerpiece.
I was just playing with it.
I got it at a drag show. I will say, I don't
Good.
necessarily think that I'm the correct person to benefit from the uses of Narcan. And I tried giving it away to people that I thought looked more drug-tacular than me.
Drugtacular.
Yeah,
Right.
cute drug-tacular ketamine twinks. I said, hello, ketamine twinks. They said, shh, you're too big to talk to us. I said, would you like some Narcan? They said, stop eating.
We have enough.
Yeah. We have enough. It's actually all I've eaten today. Gladys, you're not leaving yet.
That's all.
I was like, just an Advair, a Zyrtec, and a Narcan, you know?
It'll get you through it.
It'll get you through it,
Yes.
fatty.
All right.
Get on Manjaro.
All right.
Sorry, I climbed to the mountain of Mount Manjaro, like Kilimanjaro, but like Ozempic. The girlies that get it. Anyway, today we have a pretty cool episode. We're talking about restaurants, artificial intelligence, and adult lambs.
This is going to be a mouthful, honestly. I mean, specifically restaurants. We have so much lore. I mean, we both...
I should start with the haiku?
Start with the haiku. Yeah.
This one's a 3 stanza haiku.
All right, go for it.
Tables and chairs and forks. Non-slip shoes and sex appeal. Mama, Olive Garden. Linens, spoons, and forks. Microwaved soup, sex appeal. Mama, Olive Garden. Brooke used to work here. Not good tips, but sex appeal.
Olive Garden.
Mama, Olive Garden. Talk to me about it. Let me have
Olive
it.
Garden. Oh, girl, you already know. The breadsticks, the unlimited soup salad, and, breadies. We love.
Breadies.
We love, and I had to make them from scratch. You know what we would do in the back?
What?
Lick them.
That's not true. We decided to have one fun lie.
Yeah, and that's the
And so after I
alleged
took
lie.
3 raw breadsticks out of my booty gooch, licked them. That's how we cooked them. That's how we cooked them in the Olive Garden.
Yes,
Talk
exactly.
about that Dutch oven.
Alleged.
Yeah. Well, they used to put them in the members of ABBA's asses. Have it
Right.
cooked. Call that a Dutch oven.
Exactly. Heard that.
Heard. Felt.
So no. I mean, that's the glaze, but
Like a salt lamp.
exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
Olive
so
Garden
tasty.
had an eclectic group of people working there as well.
Felons, DJs, lovers,
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
and stalkers.
and stalkers.
Oh, the lore goes on forever. So
Let me have it.
I started there first time around 2019.
So 19 years old.
Yeah, 19 years old, serving for the first time. Got my job there, and I was really overwhelmed with the amount that you have to memorize, like just the menu, drinks, all of it.
What's a Zeppa Toscana? What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stop yelling at me. So that was the whole job. But anyway, I digress. I got yelled at one time by a customer at 19, and then I quit a couple days after.
It was pretty brutal though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just about the fact that they wanted gluten-free sauce. They wanted their whole pasta gluten-free, right? They just wanted the sauce that wasn't gluten-free on their gluten-free pasta. I tried to explain to them that the sauce wasn't gluten-free and they wanted it anyway, but they wanted to make sure that would also be gluten-free. And
But
I
it
was
wouldn't
like,
be.
yeah, and that was just,
Well, it's not clicking
obviously
chicken. Yeah.
not clicking. So it was like really detrimental. It was the worst actually. And then I just decided to go right back because I thought I could not get a job anywhere else if I didn't
Sure.
have that corporate training experience again. So I went right back to Olive Garden in 2022, and then the same Olive Garden too. And that was bad. That was really bad.
Well, Olive Garden, of all the restaurants you've worked at, has had the biggest turnover. Yeah, because people are treated like shit there.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not stable. It's not, I mean, the people that go through it and they do it because they literally are forced to.
Well, they have to. Well, I think a lot of people in the restaurant industry have a criminal background or something where they have to work in the kitchen, or maybe like a language barrier or something or whatever, or they're like mothers and they have to make a consistent paycheck, and leaving restaurants is too big of a gamble.
Exactly. Once you also get into a place, it's kind of that feeling of now you get stuck, you know. It's really hard to leave once you're there for a while. So my thing was, I knew Olive Garden was gonna have its time limit, and that was very quick.
What are some of the little inside secrets?
Inside secrets. I mean, the iced tea is the raspberry peach iced tea. It's so funny because if you order a raspberry iced tea or peach iced tea, it's the same syrup. It's raspberry Turani.
And they're both raspberry.
Yeah, they're both raspberries. The peach and the raspberry are both raspberry syrup.
Good.
It's so good.
It's raspberry Turani syrup.
Mm-hmm, and I'll always, my girls, always add extra.
Extra raspberry?
Yeah, if I like you. So treat me well. And I'll put in the extra syrup because people really know. They're like, I want a little extra. I'm like, yeah, that syrup is.
I want to taste the raspberry. Oh, sure.
My lunch there would be one of those iced teas.
They're delicious.
I would get spaghetti sub for Alfredo pasta, and then I would get it with shrimp or chicken.
Yum.
A little lunch size, of course. My chicken gnocchi soup.
As like a meme, I would go to the Times Square Olive Garden. I've been there a few times.
Yeah,
It's never like good.
No.
But I never get like the right thing.
But again, it's also the whole the deals.
Spheres.
It's the deals.
The salad spheres. The Times Square Olive Garden, famously the most expensive restaurant in the world. Why are you so expensive for these lean cuisines? And I'm not above it. I'm not above it. I love your bread. I love your garlic salt. I love your raspberry Turani syrup.
Yes.
I love it. I love you all.
The amount of food that would get sent back, Matt, it was crazy.
I would never do that. I'm too scared.
Oh my God. It was like almost every table.
At work yesterday, these people ordered, this is the Matt special, a skinny watermelon margarita on the rocks. And the bartender made it spicy instead of skinny. And they were like, just see if they send it back. The woman, she was like probably a hot 50. Engaged for the first time, or maybe second time. She was a disaster. I mean, she was a very particular woman in her very particular floral dress.
Yeah.
She took one sip of the margarita, wincing, one eye's huge, one eye's scrunched, face like a production. It's too spicy. I ordered skinny, and I was like, I know, but Giancarlo fucked it up, and I had to pretend that I didn't notice.
And you're like, oh my God, I'm so
And then they
sorry.
fucked it up. But they were like, we cannot drink this. And I was like, that's no problem.
Get you a new one.
I'll get you a new one.
No worries.
But I will say, I can't do that. I can't be like,
I'm
sorry.
so sub.
I'm like, no, it's cool. I'll get you a new one. No
I
big deal.
am Miss Sub when I
try
serve
to sip
people.
of something new for free. You're welcome. I'm actually giving you experiences.
That's
but
so
at Olive
funny.
Garden, tell me about the microwaving.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's all
like,
real,
oh
right?
yeah, I would have these like preposterous women coming in being like, my soup isn't hot enough. Can you please just get the chef to remake my soup? And I'd be like, no problem. And I'd put that shit right back in the oven.
Yeah, and you put the 14-year-old working there to put 35 more seconds of the same bowl.
Yeah, spoon and all in the microwave.
Spoon and all.
So funny. But no, I mean, it was pretty disgusting. Like the food itself looked like
and
shit
I guess
coming
we'll say
out.
Just this Olive Garden, we can't confirm for others.
And also this is alleged too.
Also, after
alleged.
you've worked there, you and I have eaten at other Olive Gardens.
And I've went back to the same one.
I'm hungry.
I love that Olive
A girl's
Garden.
kind of hungies.
And the thing is that I think there's this level of once that fryer has cooked the same food so much, there's the essence. And honestly, that would get on my clothes. I would come home from work and I would smell. The Olive Garden smell is a smell that is just, I mean, I know Chick-fil-A probably had one too.
I was working at Chick-fil-A during the pandemic because I was senior year of school, my 2-year degree, and I couldn't get any unemployment or anything because I was in school and I was working like a day a week at Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. And because Chick-fil-A was considered an essential job, I couldn't get unemployment. I couldn't get anything. For whatever it worked. I forget what the
Like
what's it called.
FAFSA?
FAFSA. That was
Yeah.
for her. And so I couldn't get any of this what's
Money off.
stipends,
Yeah,
stimulants,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I couldn't get any of her either. So I was working at Chick-fil-A and I smelled like chicken. It was awful. The customers were so mean. I would have people throw tomato at me, throw lettuce at me, throw it at me, scream at me, curse
Yeah.
at me. And there were certain times where I would get my little lick back. I'd be like, "Do you feel better?"
Yeah.
Or I'd be like, "After all that, still $37. I don't know what to tell you." And people would be like, "Can I speak to your manager?" And I'm like, "Sure," because I knew they weren't going to fire me. No one wanted to work.
No.
And I also would be like, "I'm so sorry. You need to fix." This is where I developed my, "I'm so sorry. We're going to try this again. You're going to change your tone."
Yeah.
And there was one time where I just stood there. I didn't know what to do. I was probably standing there for 25 years. I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to do because I was like, I can't acknowledge this. And I can't acknowledge this. Someone was talking at me crazy and I just stood there.
And you
Stood
just blank disassociated.
Blank. Turned myself off. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to walk back. I don't know if I'm going to
You
leave
stared
the
at
job.
them?
I don't know. Not even stared at them. Not even looked down. Just kind of like, because you're not going to scream at me over a sandwich.
So confused.
It's like, you know
almost.
how little I make.
Yeah.
I'm 20 years old. Barely.
What are you doing?
Barely 20.
Yeah.
Fucking wearing 2 masks.
Yeah.
Working 35 hours a week to make after taxes $350.
Are you kidding me? Like,
In
there's
New York
no
City?
reason why you should give a fuck.
I was like, and I tried so hard at that job. I tried so hard. It's ridiculous.
Where?
And well, Chick-fil-A is interesting because they're like not fast food. We're not your mother's fast food. We're classier. You know?
Yeah.
There was always a mystique of like class. Because I get it. The chicken's like fresh and yummy or whatever. But also it is
Like, we're
$20.
different.
$20 for a sandwich, fries, and a drink.
That's expensive as fuck, honestly, at the end of the day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's becoming everywhere. It really
Yeah.
is. Even when you get shit food from like Taco Bell. It's
Yeah.
like, why is it all of a sudden
It's rough.
$20 for a black bean? Like,
So tell
for
me
no
about that
reason?
rat that you
Oh, the
that
rat,
you know
the alleged
someone-
rat.
I have a friend who worked at Olive Garden. Her initials are BF, and she saw a rat run over her foot at work. Didn't
In the
say
back.
anything. Kept on feeding people.
Yeah. I mean, it was huge, gigantic. Wait, I mean, we're talking 3 Gladys.
3 glad eye.
3 glad eye. Yes.
What did you say about that?
She was like, I am no rat.
She's like, "Can I get a treat?" She's like, "Can I please get a treat?"
Seriously, we're exploiting her. No, but for real, guys. Keep eating there. I will say, keep eating there. Just please
At the end of
tip
the day,
your
that salad dressing
servers.
rocks. That's the biggest issue for you, because like,
God.
if the kitchen is dirty, you're going to be the one cleaning it, because you're like, I'm at least for if anything, I'm here. I'm spending 12 hours here. I'm not spending 12 hours in a dirty, filthy kitchen.
Exactly.
So then you're like, okay, I'm making $2 an hour.
Yep.
And if everybody's tipping 20%, but you get a deal and you're there for 2 hours and you're spending $8 on your meal, and you're high and mighty tipping 20%, you were at my table for 2 hours to give me $2. So 2 hours of hourly pay is $2.13 in Pennsylvania, $4.26 plus $2 tips. That is $6.26. Say it with me, $3.13 an hour pre-taxed from you.
Yeah.
Baby, tip $5.
I know.
Tip $5. It's
crazy.
$5.
It's a lot of the unlimited stuff too. The unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks. Because if you're going to get more than 1 or 2 refills, I'd say more than 1 or 2 refills, and you don't acknowledge the fact that was
That's a
so
lot.
much unpaid labor.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Come on. Because it's not going to be in your,
Bill.
yeah. Whew, it's a hard place
Have you
to
ever
work
said
at.
anything? I've said something about tips. Have you ever confronted someone about not tipping?
No. And you know what the hardest part was on the Ziosk? Because we had that was the worst thing about Olive Garden, pushing those little computers at the table, making
Like the games?
to pay.
Oh.
All the old people were very much used to the checkbook. You put the check down
Sure.
with a normal restaurant. No, Olive Garden's corporate had to be different. We're trying to be more electronical. So the
Electronical.
the Ziosk is what they call
So
it.
they can tip without you looking.
No, the most embarrassing part is I flip the fucking screen around at the table and they fill it out right in front of me. And that's really horrible.
Dehumanizing.
Yeah. Because it starts from 0 and so they're like, what am I supposed to do? They're like basically like asking me, and I'm like, this is the tipping screen. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Oh, that's so awful. And they're like, what do I do? I'm like, you can scroll up to what % you want to do. And I have to explain this to an old person. They're like trying to scroll with their finger. And they're like, well, I want to give you 15%. And I'm like, all right. And then I just do it for myself.
Yeah.
Fucking add 16 instead.
Wow.
Ah.
16 cents extra. God bless you. It's awful. It's really bad.
So silly.
It's really bad. And like never going to get better.
No.
And I always see people online where they're like, well, I shouldn't have to tip because they should pay you better, but they don't.
Mm-mm.
But they don't.
Mm-mm.
So the fact is, if you don't want to tip me with your fucking chest, say that you want me to work for 40% of minimum wage.
Yes.
And that you think you deserve spotless service or shitty service in general, to not pay me for my work.
Yeah.
Because your food might be $20, but your food plus my fee, $26.
Honestly.
So your food is $26. That's the experience. And anybody who has any around the box thinking you should not be eating out and you're cheap.
Exactly.
And if you can't afford it, I don't give a shit.
Take out.
If you can't afford it, restaurants aren't for you.
I know.
Also, it's not like you and I are
We're
having any income. It's not like you and I make money.
No. Yeah, and I mean, like, serving can
It's
be lucrative.
respect.
It can be lucrative. It definitely can. At the right place, definitely chain restaurant working is the bottom of the fucking barrel, and it will be the first to go. It will probably be the first to be ran, where you order, you get sat by someone, you order your food on the screen at your table, and then someone just brings it out. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't have a server anymore. You don't have someone to greet you. You have someone. You don't have anyone to schmooze you.
You've done the restaurant you're at now has like 2 or 3 locations, right?
7.
Okay, but it's still like family owned. And then the one you've done another one
Smaller,
that was like one.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very upscale. Tell me about her.
Oh, yes. I loved that restaurant so much. I would have been there forever if I didn't have someone causing
She's still there.
trouble there. I don't know.
Good for you.
Someone caused trouble there.
That's
and it made me leave.
A few years ago, you and I would be like,
yeah.
we'd be hyped.
I have no idea, honestly. So
I'll say it. You were working there, and
yeah.
there's this guy showed interest in you, and you were like entertaining it for what, a month?
A minute. Yeah.
A minute. You guys got dinner a few times.
Yes.
He became obsessed with you.
Yes.
Texting you 500 times a night.
Yeah.
And this is not an exaggeration. 500 times, sending you 25, 45-minute voice memos, freaking out, obsessed, stalking you.
The texts that you have to click to open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple of them.
Every night.
It was almost copy and paste to the point where like it's so ridiculous.
Forgive me if I'm being crazy. He like threatened to harm himself.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I can't live with I can't live without you sentiment.
He was older than us, right?
My age now, and I was 22. So he was 25, 4 or 5
At
when
the
he was
time, 24, 25.
He had just gotten his license.
Yikes! Sorry. No judge.
No judgment. And then I
know his
look
circumstances.
him up. That's one I looked up, and he has a lot of traffic crimes.
Oh, like parking tickets?
No, being pulled over for speeding and reckless driving and stuff like that. So I'll be beep, beep,
By
beep,
the
beep,
way,
beep.
if you've been monumental in Brooke's life, she has background checked you.
I bought things, so I just, and it's those little mental. What'd she say? What'd she say?
You were not raised to speak like that, Gladessia Cara.
What'd she say?
I can't tell you.
Oh my God. I think she mom said, Daddy.
No! Ew. So you were working at Tekka, and the money was really good, right?
The money at
$100
Tekka was
steak.
ridiculous because I would only get 4 tables a night and I'd make like $250.
In tips?
Mm-hmm. Because all the prices were crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, every check was over $200 and something dollars. Easy, always easy. Like 1 app for the table, 2 apps for the table,
Sure.
2 entrees, and then 2 drinks each. Boom, your check's at
I feel
over
like
$200.
the average order at my restaurant's probably like $100 too.
I love that. Yeah, it's always so good.
For margaritas, $13. Well, if you get margarita, another margarita, and guac and chips at the table, that's $40 plus tax plus tip.
Yes,
Easy.
It's good. It's really
easy.
good. Yeah, I loved it though. I miss it, and I mean, like that was just.
Hey.
She's gonna say hey. I just love the old school Italian guys.
And first of all, you
tipping.
loved the restaurant. You loved the coworkers. You loved the food. You loved the money. You loved the commute. You had to leave because someone was harassing you, and you went to bosses, and they did really try to make change. It just so happened that the person that was harassing you I at some point had some sort of mental situation where he could not
Stop.
And I remember you were screwed because they were like, Brooke, we feel for you. We love you. We don't want to lose you. Just so you know, since your issues are outside of work, it's the word I want to say it's unconstitutional, but it would be retaliation, unfair retaliation for him to let go of him because we are not involved.
Exactly. And I knew that.
Leave.
I knew it. And I said, you know what? I'm going.
Yeah.
Happily.
And
I got a job that same week.
Good for you. And
I love where I'm at. I'm still there, and I'll be 2 years in August. I'm so excited.
I've had some insane serving jobs.
Oh my God.
For my first one was Hot Boy Catering as the parent company of just catering in a city.
Hot Boy Catering.
It's funny. Everyone had to send
Sexy.
selfies, multiple angles, and full body to get hired. Yeah. And I told you before, it's kind of funny. I was by far the biggest guy. And right now, I'm wearing my cool Billie Eilish oversized shirt.
Sexy.
If I'm lying to you, I'm 6'1". If I'm being honest, I'm 6 feet tall. I am 6 feet tall. I'm like 194. I wear a medium usually. I wear a size 13 shoe, clock that T. I'm like a pretty average built dude with gorgeous hair, pretty eyes, hot pecs, thick thighs, big, juicy, leaning left schlong. Right? That's just kind of who I am. And being like the uggo of the hot guy catering was really weird. I'd be like, hey, can I take your shot glass in the Hamptons? And they were like, I wasn't even a person. And I would get,
serious?
Well, they would hire like 40 of us at a time. And we would drive 4 hours to the Hamptons, and everyone would be so rude, and I would have so much fun because I'd be like, I'm sorry. Can you not see me?
And that was a place that you could really just say whatever the fuck you wanted. Yeah.
Which tall guy with blonde adjacent hair was it?
Yep.
Which member of the community was it? Say it.
You can't make me.
Okay. yeah. Period.
You can't make me.
Ooh.
Free will.
And it's just so funny because I would have so much fun. They wouldn't be done their drinks, and I would just take it.
Drink it.
Make them go back in line.
No, yeah, Matt, that's funny as fuck. That's funny as fuck. Yeah. Are you serious?
And they'd be like, like, and then
waiter.
I'm like, I'm paid in Tide Pods and dimes. I'm not even a person to you. Excuse me, poor. Wait.
Smells like
poor people here.
Smells like poverty to me.
It reeks of EBT in this place. They're horrified.
Wait, you met Paul Abdul.
Oh, I did meet Paul Abdul. She was awesome. She was dressed exactly as she did in 2008 American Idol.
No hair.
A dark wash boot cut jean with the clunkiest, like strappy little boots with like the little like silver. What's it called? Like straps
like,
almost.
Yes, the buckles.
Buckle galore. A big like matching leather jacket. And I go to her and I go, excuse me, your hair is so beautiful. And she goes, you're so sweet. And I go, yeah, aren't I? And then we like giggled and I gave her an appetizer. I was on apps that night.
You went.
It was a I'll never forget. It was like a salmon tartare under like a cucumber. Very skinny, very thin. And we were on the 120th floor and we couldn't go outside because there was like a half mile an hour wind, but up that high it was like it was insane. It was fucking insane. And then the person running the event goes, why'd you talk to her? And I go, huh? They were like, and I go, oh fuck, was that Paula Abdul? They were like, yeah, what'd she say? He goes, we talked about how sweet I was. Talked about her gorgeous hair.
No.
And they were like, ha 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 ha. And it was awesome.
Were they mad at you for talking?
I think they were like, why are you starting a conversation with her? Like the guest. Because she was, spoiler, she was a paid guest.
She was a paid guest there.
Yeah. I also did an event where, God, I'm blanking on his name. My family loves him. And I'm being embarrassed because I'm blanking on his name because now I'm like, I'm in the moment. He played Phoebe's husband in Friends. He's so famous.
Look him up.
Aged like fine wine.
I know. Oh my God, Schwimmer?
No, not David Schwimmer. No, he came at the very end. Paul, right?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
You met Paul Rudd?
I did not have the pleasure of serving his table, but I walked over to him. I said, hey. He went, hey. By the way, he is, of all the celebrities we've seen, looks the exact same.
Like beautiful. Really.
Beautiful, gorgeous, flawless skin. Incredible.
You know Nick met him, right? As he was leaving a wedding.
Well, fuck you, Nick. It's about me right now.
Oh.
I'm kidding. What happened? What happened? Nick
Oh my God.
Ppeal?
He'll be editing it right now, being like, auto-tune your voice.
Not too much.
Oh
and,
my God.
and it was awesome. He was so nice. He was so cool. It was like at some art gallery. And the last event I did, I think they haven't put me back on because I laughed so hard I couldn't stomach it. It was an art gallery, and everyone there was so pompous, so rich, so rude, and they had this extremely famous person. I don't know their name, and I thank God I didn't because I was laughing at them. They did like a 40-minute set where they had like 3 microphones on them and like a violin, and they were like, "Art is for creation."
No.
I am a child of my mother's placenta. And it would go on. I have a video. It's insane. And then she's like, and strings in the air. It's in the air. Art is healing. But it was that's even too good. It was, it was almost like Socrates and Cheese Whiz. And it went on for hours. There was projections in the back, and everyone,
No way.
there were people standing all in. Of course, they're always in linen. These fucking rich ass assholes. Tears coming down their clapping. And I'm like, and I'm so sorry. It was gibberish. She was just saying vowels. You, E. You weren't saying words. There was no musicality.
And then people were in a trance almost.
They were like, thank God, this is healing. Gladys, get down. I'm talking about art. And I'm laughing.
Matt.
I'm crying laughing at it because it is the most egregious display of, like, they're not so
on
unaware
Earth.
of, and the event went like an hour and a half late. It went till 1 a.m. And of course, like, my train now is 40 minutes away because a person in New York City doesn't get a car service. I have to take the subway.
Yeah.
And I have to leave. And it was so ridiculous. And everyone was there. They were like, we needed this. And it was insane because the event was uplifting a select artists from like impoverished neighborhoods. So they had the 4 poor kids on display. All of them gifted. All of them talented. All of them in like beautiful, amazing outfits that were gifted to them or whatever. And dare I say they were all fucking assholes too, because it was their moment of being rock stars.
Right.
And they were nasty. If you guys are watching, fuck you. Your art's amazing, but you suck.
The kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're, by kids, I mean like older than us.
Right.
Like young,
Yeah.
29, 30. And then all of us staff, we're just there being like,
This is
student loans are due in a month.
Yeah.
All of us have BFAs.
Yeah.
All of us have BFAs. And then all the attendees were the rudest, nastiest people. There was one guy, they brought their own wine because they thought ours wasn't good enough. And I accidentally refilled. This is insane. Accidentally refilled his glass. He dropped his glass on the floor. Broken glass.
You've
Rude.
gotta be kidding
I'm not
me.
even a person. I'm not even, and this is when I get so funny. I go, hey, I'm so sorry. A human being's talking to you.
he didn't even acknowledge.
Didn't even want to acknowledge me. I'd be like, would you like some wine? And I go, am I on mute? Because you know me, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Fire me from a job I work twice a month? You know?
They need
hey,
you.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Am I too poor to be seen?
You did not.
Yeah, of course I would. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God.
I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry, sir.
Hi,
Sir?
right here.
And so I haven't worked with them in a while. They were really mean. The customers that were really bad.
No, it's hard to work there.
Yeah, and then I did singing and serving on. That one
Hard.
was really hard. Oh my God, boiling hot tea, moving bus, 35 customers. And that one was a lot of work. That was
Hot.
You were host, hot. You were host, you were back of house, you were front of house, you were customer facing, you were personality, and you were entertainment. The hourly was great. The tips were hit or miss. It depended on how good, if you were serving, how good the singer was, how good the other servers were. And people would steal tips and get away with it. People would no call, no show and get away with it. People would show an hour late. And my biggest issue was I would work so hard. And I'm sorry if anybody's watching. They would pair me sometimes with people on purpose who they knew was a bad worker or a bad entertainer. And I would be being paid my rate to do all the slack. And then they did a bunch of layoffs. Hours got cut. And they would say, okay, Matt, you're working 10 to 8 today. You're working 10 hours. And it would be 8 in the morning. Hey, Matt, your shift is now 4 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I budgeted to make 10 hours, hundreds of dollars, to make 3 hours pay, 4 hours pay. And that's what happened for months. And then they would be like, hey, you have to be here or else you're fired. And I'm like, well, you guys know my availability. So I was able to move now into working at a restaurant 2 or 3 blocks from me, and I love it there. But
Literally right up the street.
I will say the bus job, I'm still with them. I love
Yeah.
them. I'm a swing now, so if they need me for a certain day, they call the big guns, the big kahuna.
It's the flexibility that it gives you that's really good.
Yeah, I can't.
Pick it up. It's money in your pocket whenever you need it.
Yeah, whenever I can.
Mm-hmm.
But the job I'm at now is a gratuity included restaurant, which is awesome. It's tacos, it's margaritas, it's guacamole. What's nice is that it's automatically added. It's 10% for takeout, 18% for
in dining.
to go.
Yeah.
But you can't take more, which is unfortunate because I definitely think
You cannot take
no. If someone goes, hey, here's $20 cash, I can't take it. If they leave it, it's not mine still. I don't
It's
know
the
where it goes.
restaurants.
Yes. And it's something legal. Like they're not necessarily doing me dirty. It's not benefiting me, but it's not doing me dirty. And what bothers me is like, God, I'm good. God, I'm good. Because I love small talk. I love your dress. I love your glasses. I love your nails. And I do. And
Yeah.
I do. And I eavesdrop. I go, a big serving trick of mine. I go, I'm filling water. I go, no, keep talking. I'm eavesdropping.
That's cute.
I'll talk in their conversations.
That's cute.
Yeah. Oh, I don't give a fuck. There's a girl yesterday, her ex got engaged. I said, show me them. Mm-hmm. Of course, I made fun of their appearances. One girl had an awful lazy eye. I loved her. I wish her the best wedding in the world. But it's fun. I was like, I could have cleaned up. And 18% to the dollar when you're splitting between you and another server and the bartender is 6 cents. You spend $1, I get 6 cents.
You see, that's where I feel like you would kill at a restaurant that didn't have anything included.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe in another life, I do 1-2 days at the restaurant I'm at now, another day at a better restaurant, and I continue with my other little jobs.
Or at least you start here and use that as a reference.
Sure.
Because
I love that. I love that restaurant. The vibes are awesome.
The vibes
it's
are
easy.
good.
It's small.
Easy. I know.
I love it there. But it's frustrating because I'm like, I could be making more money.
Is it busy?
Enough. Okay,
all right. Let's see. Next topic.
I have an ad.
Who are we sponsored by, Matt?
Today, we're sponsored by Nerds. Nerds. You don't gotta be one to eat one. Nerds.
Nerds.
Okay, this next topic is called Brooke Leads a Discussion on AI.
All right. So, guys, I'm really excited because honestly, this podcast, most of it, all of it, pretty much will be edited by AI.
What?
And as you're seeing this
Wait, really?
now, we're AI. And can we take a photo of me too? Take a selfie.
Wait, I look haggard. Guys, I don't always look like this.
You look great, Matt.
So easy.
So easy, yes.
Sorry,
a selfie
guys.
break, selfie break,
There's so
selfie
much
break.
Espen cut here. Wait, mustache? Okay, yeah.
All right,
Sorry.
so AI, guys. AI is going to be so fun because do you understand how I really was having like a panic attack about subtitling our YouTube videos, our TikTok videos? I wanted to subtitle it, right? And I go, well, that's probably going to take me 16 years for one episode.
Sure.
Then I realized, oh my God, AI can do all of it for me. It's going to start really eliminating a lot of the like tedious, teeny tiny little work that we do. And I am such a nerd, guys. I'm realizing that like I
love like the
I'm
hot
like
girl,
put in this body,
sparkly
right?
Eyeshadow, lashes. I'm such a nerd.
And you go on my YouTube. I know you go on my YouTube search history, and it's literally like ChatGPT for beginners.
Processor chip.
Yes. It's kind of hot. It's kind of hot. Not gonna lie. And then it's like planning and gardening.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited for AI.
Sorry, she dabbles in botanicals.
Well, the AI that stop it. The AI that you're gonna love is the AI for songwriting, Matt. The AI for songwriting is
it's
amazing.
Awful.
It's good.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Nothing beats a human.
My God, no.
A robot cannot have humanity.
No, we're gonna debate, girl, because they're making songs to the point where it's like they're making. If you can generate a song, have them make a song that's more perfect than what a human can make.
But it being technically perfect doesn't make it human.
Right.
That's stupid.
Bro, it's like the pitches and like the piano. It's more so for the instrumentation.
No, I don't give a shit. I like
you want person to make it.
An extra flaw. Yeah.
You want people to fuck up on the track.
Yes, and then redo it. But it adds humanity. That's the person that does it.
You don't want it done for you. You don't want all the dirty work done for you.
Where's the skill?
Oh my God. What if you don't have the money for the skill? I don't know how to make a song. I'm going to have somebody else make it, like a computer for me. That's still
different.
skill.
That's
Still
apples and
learning how to.
oranges.
I'm still
That's
learning
apples and
how
oranges.
to
Clicking
do
the
it.
button and it says, "Here's a song," and you sing a song that someone else wrote with a production that someone else made, a computer made. There's no originality. There's no flavor. It's not worth your time.
Well, if it's just the track and then you put your lyrics and your stuff over
that's
top of
apples
that,
and oranges. That's different.
well, why? How could that be different?
I think. Well, personally, I'm a lyrics girl, and
Okay.
so someone writing it, someone's brain creating this, versus codes, 100,000 pages of codes telling me suntan, beach, warm skin, so fast, so feminine, it's a woman's world.
Katy Perry. Yeah.
I need someone. I don't give a shit if it's word for word, bar for bar. A human thought of this. A human thought.
So
of this.
lyrics wise, yes, I will agree. It needs to be more human lyrics for sure. But I'd say for as far as getting a perfect pop beat down, you really at this point it's eliminating.
Yeah, but add your own sparkle, add your own flourish.
You have to have Nick do a solo over top of it for
And I
sure to
would
make
love
it normal. But overall, I think it's going to eliminate a lot of like tedious, tiny little work because
Fine.
I think it's perfect. I think it's actually good. I really do. There's so much little stuff like we're talking graphic design even. I mean, so easy. Just like
It just freaks me out. Like, what about the artists that are like deserving?
they're still going to be there. They just got to figure it out. You got to ride with the wave. Learn how to do it through AI. Learn how to figure out how to, because like there's so much you have to learn how to use it. Because like that's the thing is people will get on ChatGPT and be like, tell me fun facts about New York City. And then it's like, that's not how it works. It will learn you, Matt. You could be like, hi, I'm a 24-year-old.
Sorry, I'm far too complex and like slutty and like.
Well,
fun.
tell them about yourself. Give them a summary.
I was born on a Wednesday, January 19th.
And then it will give
the
you.
icicles were so long, but they actually had to carry me out in a shoebox because they were afraid of the icicle falling and killing my soft, supple, penetrable 72-year-old hour body. I had an older sister. Her name Maria. Her profession being godly. The winters were cold, but the summers were hot. The seasons changed. The family stayed the same. We were all about loving and learning and growing, but somewhere along the lines we stopped, and then it struck tragedy. Hurricane Katrina happened thousands of miles away. We were not affected. Other than that, I would play t-ball in the summer, and then I would just like, okay, keep going.
I mean, you could just enter that into ChatGPT
Fuck you.
and it would learn about you.
They don't need to know.
It would. I'm gonna enter the exact thing that you just said into it, and it's going to create like a daily vlog for you. It's gonna create a plan for you. It's gonna be like, Matt, you need to start waking up early and going on walks with Gladys because she's freaking out in the mornings because she needs to get out of this fucking house.
She sees her just sleeping, content, gorgeous.
She's gonna be so nuzzled tonight in between our little bodies.
I know, she's a Switzerland.
I want her on my chest so bad. Just snuggled up in me neck. She did it last time. She's a cutie. Why do you get freaked out by that? I want her on my
Because
chest.
of how you reacted to Riley Reid, I'm scarred.
Oh my God, dogs to
Just
women?
Keep
You
Gladys
like
is a woman.
dogs?
Gladys is a woman. Gladys is a person.
So you're comparing why girls to girls? Why does that make you freaked out?
Because I believe in two genders. Sorry.
Can I not be attracted to Gladys?
It's a woman's world.
So I love ChatGPT and it's going to do so many wonders for the world and nobody's ready for it. Nobody's ready for it. You're stuck in the fucking old world. I'm in the new world. I'm hopping on it. Nobody else is. Everybody's scared, bitches. Fucking do VR.
Fucking tune.
Do drugs in VR like a normal person.
Like a normal kid.
Next topic.
Today, we're sponsored by Floss. What did he do to y'all? Use us. We're here to help. Some of you are so gingivitis core. Use Floss. Floss.
Love.
I wanted to take a second and talk about something very important to me. I wrote it down.
What?
An adult male lamb can weigh between 99 and 350 pounds, while an adult female lamb can weigh between 99 and 220 pounds. For context, West Virginia is the heaviest state, with the average male weight being 202.1 pounds. The more you know. Bah! Important, right?
That's really interesting.
Insightful.
Yeah.
So I have a haiku for you. Bethany Frankel and Lisa Vanderpump and Kimberly Richards. Okay, that's the first part of the haiku. Do you know this woman?
I know 2 out of 3.
Okay, who were two?
I know Bethany and Vanderpump.
Vanderpuss. Yeah. Well, how do you know them?
Well, I know Bethany because of like just being alive, right? And then
Sure.
Vanderpump from the show.
Lisa Vanderpump from Housewives or from Vanderpump Rules?
Rules, yeah.
So fair. Bethany Frankel, I remember you told me, you were like, is she a TikToker? I guess she is.
No, I really thought she was just an influencer. I thought she was HGTV.
She started on Roni as a health food chef. And she was so awesome because it was like the first time a housewife was having the same experiences as the viewer, where she would go to the camera and she would be so ruthless. She'd be like, this bitch sounds delusional and rude or whatever. And we're like, fuck, she does sound delusional and rude or whatever. Like you get me, Beth. Breakout star, super famous. Skinny girl margarita fame. She invented the skinny margarita.
Without simple syrup, basically.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And then she's perfect. She sold it for like $100 bazillion.
Oh, the skinny girl brand of
yes.
Right.
With the salad dressing.
Right.
You know that meme where it's like, let me pour this nasty ass salad dressing and serve Bob.
Yes.
That's her.
Oh my God.
She's
That's
so
crazy.
funny. She a Hamptons legend. The skinny girl car.
Yes.
And now she's a little further eccentric. It's awesome. She's awesome. I love her. Lisa Vanderpump, British, MILF,
hot,
Pomeranian, goddess, adopted son.
Yep.
Ken Vanderpump, restaurants, tequila, Lux, money, best friends with Trixie Mattel.
Right? I mean, just everything.
Good hair.
Yeah.
Kim Richards.
I don't know Kim Richards.
That's my chicken. She is Kyle Richards' sister on
Okay.
Beverly Hills Together. She's a child actress, worked for Disney a lot.
Really?
I think Little House on the Prairie.
No.
Did a bunch of like insane shit. Woman's kooky for Cocoa Puffs. She's so funny. Been married at least 40 times. 500 kids. Devoted mother, lover, friend. I love you, Kim Richards. Part 2.
500 kids.
Part 2. Robin Dixon and Monica Garcia and Wendy Osefo. Wendy, we've spoken about before.
We've spoken about Wendy, yeah.
Monica Garcia was on season 4 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Have you seen this?
No.
Proof, timeline, receipts, screenshots. She maybe out of order. I'm still blinching. She got caught having made. Oh, she was the assistant of Jen Shaw. Jen Shaw went to prison.
Yeah.
So now she goes on the show. She gets outed for running like a hate Instagram of all of them. Spilling tea.
And it was all her the whole time.
Whitney was here, and I overheard that she is doing this with the milkman. Oh,
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah,
and then we go, it was you the whole time. She's like,
yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And probably the most iconic one season ever. And then she was fired after the season.
Did she own up to it?
Yeah. She's like, that was me. Apparently, she tried to do like a burn book at the reunion. And we were like, no, we needed accountability in like a fun way, not like evil villainess way.
Because it was just too much.
Yeah. They were like, you're not a villain. You're trying. You're
Yeah.
producing yourself. Let it happen naturally. So she left. Did I tell you about Mary Cosby? Mm-mm. Mary Cosby. I'm starting Salt Lake City now. This bitch is crazy. I love her. Friend of the pod. Mary Cosby, friend of the week. She goes to Jen Shaw. She goes, I'm sorry, but you smell like hospital. So they're not friends. They hate each other. They hate each other.
Why'd she say that?
That's how she rolls. And they're
like
screaming.
hospital.
They're screaming at each other.
Comment I've ever heard.
And then she goes. But I came from the hospital that night. My aunt was dying. And she goes, but you still smell like it. I hate. And then she goes, the smell of hospital triggers me. She also married her grandfather.
No.
Her grandmother died.
No, and it was like for inheritance.
No, the grandmother was like, you have to marry one of my granddaughters when I die. Like step grandfather, so not by blood.
Ooh.
She took a year and she married him.
Then he died.
No, he's still alive.
No, they're married.
They're married. They have kids together.
To her not biological grandfather.
Yes. Uta, man. Uta.
They have kids together.
Yes. 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 She loves a filet of fish. So does Tiana. Shout out Tiana.
She doesn't what?
She loves filet of fish.
Filet of fish.
They're pretty good, actually.
From McDonald's.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
That's so fucking random.
Try it.
I've never had.
Try it. They're pretty good. And then she's also like a preacher. She's nuts. She says the meanest things, and they just exist. She just says them.
And she's rich.
She's so rich. She's so rich.
This isn't real.
And she came. They're not real. They're all amazing drag queens. And then Robin Dixon was the last one. I love Robin Dixon. She couldn't give a lesser fuck about anyone and anything.
Also Salt Lake?
Potomac.
She was your
seasons
favorite.
1 to 8. Yeah, and now she's not on it anymore. Andy Cohen, terrible decision. I actually want all Robin all the time. Because basically, they'll be like, Robin, here are the issues I have with you. And she's like, okay.
Why is she not on?
Some fans thought she was boring, but they didn't see the vision. They never understood the vision the way I saw the vision.
Okay.
And they'll be like, Robin, here are issues A, B, and C. They're being like, Robin, here's the pot. We're stirring it for you. Please, can we argue? And then every single time she'd be like, I don't give a fuck. And she never did. And she never did. She said, let me serve honey blonde. Let me serve incredible honey blonde hair. Let me serve hats by Robin.
Yeah.
Let me serve businesses. Let me serve side quests. She would do a bold lip every now and then. Good stuff. And she would never feed into it.
Unbothered.
And the only person to actually be unbothered, she didn't give a fuck. She didn't give a fuck about anything.
Did she play into it ever?
No. Like 1 or 2 times. There's one time she'd be like, get out of my face.
Because I mean, she probably felt it.
But the thing is, like, I'm sorry. Like, of all those women, they were the yappers. Robin, of all of them,
didn't yap.
Robin's the one of all of them where like, don't be the one to unleash that beast.
Because if you do, it's over.
It's if you do, because that's years. That's years of unbothered.
And then if it comes out, it's
she's
just,
so mellow.
Yeah,
She's the Reasonably Shady podcast. It's amazing.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, it's so good. She's amazing. She's awesome. I love her. She'll be like, okay.
What's your dream dinner guest from?
Dream dinner guest from the Housewives?
Yeah, one of the Housewives.
Well, Lisa Vanderpump famously has all her restaurants, but also Bethany Frankel, a chef.
I know.
And then there's a quote for Scary Island. You have to just watch that episode. She goes, Kelly Bensimon, hey girl, love you. She's the one that runs around in Tribeca, just running. Hair down.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Hair down in traffic. She goes, you're like a cook, not a chef. It's creepy. It's creepy.
It's creepy. It's actually kind of grossing me out right now.
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
Brunette of the week.
Brunette of the week. We are so good on time.
Who's your brunette of the week?
My brunette of the week is going to have to be.
Sure. Yeah.
Ooh, of course. Give me a second.
Yeah,
my mother.
Donna?
Yeah. I haven't seen her in so long.
What do you mean?
I've been away.
How long?
I've been away. I haven't seen her. I mean, our schedules are just so different. I'd probably say Wednesday to Tuesday. You know? And I live with that woman. That's a long time. Who's yours?
I was going to say Donna.
No, you weren't.
No, I wasn't. But I didn't think about it either. My brunette of the week is Edgar Allan Poe.
Was he really a brunette?
Probably.
Yeah.
Quoth the Raven Nevermore.
I like him.
Thanks. Yeah.
He's kind of cute. He's
we share a birthday.
He's kind of cute in a weird way.
Do you have any birthday twins?
Adele.
Adele?
Yes.
Dazeem?
Yes.
No, Adkins. Adele Adkins.
Oh, who's Dazeem?
Adele Dazeem. Please welcome to the stage the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem.
Oh, Adele Dazeem.
Yeah. Scientologist king.
Yes.
J. Trolls.
No, I'm talking about Adkins.
Wait. Did you see the article?
On what?
Just like it just went viral on Twitter where it was like, guy at gym, John Travolta goes to random guy at gym. Hi, I'm John. And everyone was like,
John Travolta went up to somebody.
He was, and they were like,
John
Travolta introduced himself to random guy at gym. He was trying to cruise.
No. What does that mean?
It means like trying to have like a little public sex.
No.
Be like, hey, you're the only two at the gym.
You only do it at the gym?
Like they're the only two. Let's go in the shower and bang, bang, dirty bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly.
Why can't the man just ask one of his servants? He's a Scientologist.
Another good tangent. We really get there at the end.
I know.
Fuck. Like maybe my third week in New York City, I went to the Church of Scientology with Chloe and Maggie. And hey, Chloe and Maggie. And we did like a personality test. And I was the only one they wanted. So they brought me to this back room and they tried to sell me the book. Remember this? And I was 18. And they were like, hey, we think you're a good match for the Church of Scientology. And I was like, fuck, it feels pretty good to be picked. They tried to sell me the book. I was like, I'll take it for free. They're like, no, it's money. I was like, no.
You're funniest.
I gave impressionable. I gave impressionable boots the house.
and then they didn't give it
Maggie
to you for
and
free.
Chloe were just sitting there. And
Were they
Chloe
shocked?
was like, let's leave. They put him in a back room in the Church of Scientology. And Maggie was like, no, we're not leaving our new friend.
Chloe was going to leave you there?
Yes. And she made that bomb ass Twizzlers cake that I still think about.
That's crazy. Oh, I love that cake. That little strawberry.
Chloe's a fucking good cook. Good chef. Not a cook, a chef.
Strawberry lemonade. Was it strawberry lemonade?
It was like the yellow, red and yellow Twizzlers.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, Matt Tierney loved the red and yellow Twizzler packs. Still do.
Like a lemon cake.
Yeah, it was like raspberry lemon. So crunchy.
So good. God,
good.
your friends really do make good cakes for their birthdays.
Yeah, Kara's cake for my birthday, the cheetah print lemon Amy Winehouse cake.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
It was really fun.
Fucking tune.
Fucking turn. Fucking turn.
Fucking tune.
All right, guys. I think we should wrap it up. This is so long.
Oh, well, my
again.
birthday twins: Edgar Allan Poe, Dolly Parton, Janis
You
Joplin.
have so many.
Paula Dean, Mac Miller, Logan Lerman, me, Sean Johnson. Remember her backflip when she did that
Matt,
show?
When's your
Secret Life of
birthday?
the American Teenager.
When's your birthday?
January 19th.
Yeah, you gotta let them know. Mine's Cinco de Mayo.
January 19th, High Fries. Cinco de Mayo, High Fries. And guys, comment below who's your brunette of the week.
Comment below who's your EC of the week.
Oh, wait, also, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want to donate, if you want to, you think you want a Patreon, email hatewatchhq@gmail.com.
Cash App, Brooke Falls, and Cheap Gay.
Yeah, Venmo, Cheap Gay.
Venmo.
Cash App works. If you have my personal number, Zelle it. PayPal's
Come
Cheap
on.
Gay. Donations keep the pod alive.
Thank you, guys. We're going to start our Patreon soon. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Ooh.